Morning, my YouTube viewers. That's Palestine. I wanted to make another video for you. And what I wanted to do is this is a carryover from the video that I last made where I said that I received a letter from the surgeon who performed the lumpectomy. And in that video, I said, because all I can do is speculate. I said that I had two tumors. One tumor was a dcis, that's ductal carcinoma in situ, which is stage 0. And then another tumor was IDC, invasive ductal carcinoma, which I'm assuming is stage 1 because they said that my lymph nodes were not affected. So I'm assuming it's stage 1. And I said I believed I had two tumors. Well, the thing is they don't tell you much. When you see these surgeons and things, they don't tell you much because I'm having to use English medicine and I'm using the government-sponsored NHS. And so you don't want to bother them. You don't want to waste their time. And so they don't tell you much. But I thought about it, and I thought, well, maybe it wasn't two tumors. Maybe it was just one tumor that started out as dcis, and then it was invasive. No, it was a high-grade dcis. And then so it spread out of the duct into the other tissue because they said 30 millimeters was dcis and 13 millimeters was IDC. So what I'm speculating is, because that's all I can do, is it started out as dcis and then it invaded the cells around the duct and it left the duct. And see, that's one of the reasons why they say that they want to treat dcis is because it could become invasive. And I think that's what happened in my particular tumor, is that it had become invasive and it started spreading outside of the duct. Because dcis is stage 0, it's in the duct, but it can become invasive, which is what happened in my case. So we're never really going to know because I don't want to waste the surgeon's time. He's a busy man, and I don't want to sit there and say, oh, well, was it one tumor or two? But I'm just going to assume that it is one tumor that had become invasive, that had spread outside of the duct, because 30 millimeters were dcis and 13 millimeters were IDC. And so that was a 43 millimeter tumor, which was, well, more than an inch, probably more than an inch and a half, and maybe, and definitely less than 2 inches. But I think more than an inch and a half as well. So it was a pretty good sized tumor. And if it had gotten any bigger, then I think it would be bigger than a stage 1 or a stage. So I'm assuming it's a stage 1. He didn't tell me what stage it was. He told me it was a high grade, which means it's an aggressive cancer. And so that's just my thoughts on the tumors. And yesterday I went to the coffee morning, the Depression Expression coffee morning, and I spoke to a lady who had cancer, but her cancer was more serious than my cancer because she wasn't yet 50, because in the UK they start giving you mammograms when you're 50. So she wasn't yet 50, and so obviously she had found the tumor, and by the time she found the tumor it was already I believe a stage 3, because she said that they had to take out all of her lymph nodes. So they took out all of her lymph nodes. She told me that she got an infection, so I'm fortunate that I didn't get an infection when I had my first lumpectomy, but I'll just have to be really careful, try not to get an infection on the second lumpectomy. And then so she had the first lumpectomy and it didn't have clear margins, so they gave her a second lumpectomy. And then when they gave her the second lumpectomy, they told her that they found another cancer. But she says that she thinks that the chemotherapy she had caused the cancer, caused the tumor to break into two. And so she thinks that it was originally one tumor, but the chemotherapy broke it into two. And then so she decided to have a mastectomy. And when she had the mastectomy, they didn't find anything. That's not to say it would not have come back, but they didn't find anything. And she had a chemotherapy, 2 lumpectomies, a mastectomy, and radiotherapy. And I don't want to have any of that. I'm not very happy about this whole situation. But I just wanted to update my viewers on my speculation on what my tumor may have been. And I have another video that I would like to make that's not about cancer, because, you know, this channel was originally started for me to talk about all of these really terrible experiences that I have lived through. And then I do believe that I got cancer because of all these really terrible experiences that I've lived through from the stress of it all. But, you know, my sister says that I got cancer because I wasn't watching my weight. Well, I was watching my weight, but when you are under such intense stress that I was under, it's a little bit difficult to watch your weight because you're just trying to stay alive, trying to keep your head above water. So, I guess I'm going to conclude this video, and in the next video, I may talk about some of my other thoughts about these experiences that I've lived through that have caused me to have cancer. So I'm going to conclude the video now. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. And it really means a lot to me that you watch my videos and hopefully have a little bit of empathy for what I have gone through and what I am going through. Thank you.